Home repair gigs. All right, we got lawn care out here, y'all. All right, so here's the house. It's in Mesquite. The property line, we want to start right here. We want to get all of the grass edged up. Nice edge around the whole grass, right? All of the weeds have to be whacked right here. That's on the curb. All right. Any trash has to be picked up as well on this one. The clients want all the trash picked up. The clients want a really good edge across here. The whole lawn, front and back, driveway, the whole nine, and over there. They want this bush trimmed down right here. This bush. Just trim it down. Just take some off the side. Just shape it up really nice, to where you can see the trunk underneath by about 2 feet. The lawn has to be cut. And on the side of the house, all this has to be cleaned out. This bush has to be trimmed down. This whole area has to be weed whacked real low. This bush has to be trimmed down. Okay. Any garbage such as this pipe, that pipe over there has to be removed. The client want a good edge around here. Good edge, nice round. Just take the weed whacker and just do that. Edge around here. All this has to be swept up. All of the leaves. All of these have to be cut. Those weeds, they have to be cut. And every leaf has to go. Has to be swept up, bagged. Bags are on site and hauled off, taken away. This bush has to be trimmed down just a little bit. Like just the little weeds that's growing here, like that little weed. This one long, that's a weed. This weed. Just anything that's growing off that tree. The flowers stay. This area along the side of the house has to be cut, raked up real good. You have to have a rake. That has to go. You have to have a truck, and all of this stuff has to go with you. Or we could put it on the curb, but the bags have to be 45 pounds. All of this has to be weed whacked properly. Grass has to be cut. So now we're going into the backyard of this house. That's in Mesquite. Alright, so we go back here. All of this has to be swept up. Let's see if I can get back here. All this has to be weed whacked right there. That little bush has to be cut. All of this has to be cleaned up. All this has to be swept out. Here's the lawn. This tree right here, this little bush, anything that's hanging down 10 foot or below, you like cut it, like right there. Snip that, snip, probably snip right there. And all of these bushes have to be trimmed up real nice. She want a nice edge around the fence line too. And the grass has to be cut. All of the garbage has to be picked up. All of the weeds have to be weed whacked. There's a little bit of garbage right here has to be bagged up. Garbage right there has to be bagged up. All of this has to be weed whacked as well. Got a weed whacked around the AC unit right here. All of that has to be weed whacked. There's a little bush right here has to be cut. Weed whacked all around there. So we don't want a person to come out here and weed whack and cut for 2 seconds and talking about they want their money. We want somebody to come out here and really do a good job on this house. Take your time and do a good job. That's what we want.